So let's now explore how the organizations can design AI-powered learning experiences which are intelligent, adaptive, personalized, and truly built for scale. So ladies and gentlemen, in our next conversation, titled around designing AI-powered learning experiences that drive performance, we have with us our eminent panelist and moderator who's going to be joining us. May we also request and urge all of you, if during the conversation today you've learned something, SmartNext 26 is our hashtag. We would urge all of you to continue with that conversation online. Allow me an opportunity to now call upon our moderator, Rahul Molasi, Associate Director, Center of Excellence, Digital and Marketing Academy, CIPLA. We'd also take the opportunity of welcoming on stage Manisha Vithaldas, Associate Director, EPD Sales Training, Abbott, India. Shripad Shukre, the General Manager Training, Integrates Health Private Limited. Ramesh Krishnamurthy, Head Sales Training and Sales Enablement, India First Life. And Pankaj Suthar, Head Distribution Learning and Capability Development, Kotak Life Insurance. With this, if I may request all of you to kindly be seated, and over to our moderator, Rahul, to take it forward.
Thank you, and I think it's a lot about AI, and experimenting, and maybe exciting about AI, experimenting about AI. And while I was sitting here, I just got back in the memory, and the days like 1990s and 95 came into begin when computerization in banking, Indian banking was taking place, and we were always hearing about will it work, will it not work, will it take jobs, and all those of stuff. Will it be useful, beneficial, or the frauds and everything about it? And then came the Y2K, and we were all worried about all data will be erased, all banking system will go to maybe the darkest era and stuff. Though I was lucky, I was having only the mechanical watch and cycle with me, so nothing would have happened to me. But then we are now in an age when we see like emergence of generative AI, and while we see and while if you have to look back and see that where we as India stand today in terms of the capability in terms of AI, we have just concluded last week the India AI Summit, which actually broke a couple of records, controversies and all those stuff, though I will not talking about controversy and all stuff, but I'll be talking more about these stats so that you feel like, the moderator is more of nerd, expert, and I would establish myself as an AI authority, kind of. So as per BCG, India enterprise is at 26% of AI maturity. The 26% of Indian enterprise are actually at AI maturity stage. And also the NASSCOM rate India as 2.64, which is close to 65% of AI maturity, AI adoption index, which is pretty good for us while we all are sitting here. And you will be happy to know that, who contributes more to the AI magic in India is industries like banking, finance, retail, automotive, healthcare, which means almost like 30–40% of people are sitting here who are contributing to AI. What actually moved me, and while we were designing this, discussing our panel, what to discuss, how to discuss, is AI actually going to improve performance? A story which came in front of me was the case of UP schools, which actually, is a live testimony of how AI can add or help improve performance, and that too in the government setup, where skill assessments, adaptive pathways has actually helped in improving, not just improving the grade, improving the efficiency of the teachers, as well as improving, so how does government school work? Midday meals are the only way to attract people. But now with this AI solution adopted by UP government, it has actually improved the attendance of schools as well. So I think let's get back to our topic, which is, can AI design learning experiences which can actually, improve performance of a corporate? We have very eminent panel who are actually not the AI experimentals or maybe enthusiasts, but the one who are actually AI practitioners. They have used AI in one or two or one of many stuff in their organization. So let me start with very first question while welcoming all the panelists. That do you feel, there's a lot of hype about AI, but do you feel AI can actually help in impacting and improving performance to the organization? So we can start with Shripan.
So AI since last maybe 3 to 5 years, it has become a buzzword, right? And every one of us know that there are multiple. So if I look at the specific industry and the functions that we are talking about, am I audible? No, someone said okay. AI per se has gradually been evolving. So for example, it started somewhere from giving some content or ready to write things, maybe comprehending things, and now it is moving towards the role play simulators and all those newer initiatives, and that's the way I look at it.
Oh, sure. Thanks. So, thanks for initiating and putting this particular topic for discussion. I would sort of step back and look at while we are talking about AI, it is important for us to look at what is the problem we are trying to solve, or what is the challenge which we are looking forward for solution. So, the purpose or the objective or why, that comes to our mind first. And when I'm looking at my organization and the challenge which we were trying to solve is about the reach, it is about the number of people, and also the strength or the bandwidth of training and development team to reach out to so many people. And at the same time, in one of the conversation as it came in, it is also about the comfort of the person or our field force, our front line, our managers, in terms of getting ready for facing our customers. And that's where, in order to enhance their performance, AI comes up as an important area or tool which enables or which gives them that space to practice, to put it across by making more attempts and getting ready. So one of the example, if I have to talk about in terms of connecting use of AI to drive performance, is where we are using this for practicing customer conversations with our frontline team members, our field force. And again, this is something which is a very straight pitch, which is also used by many of our team members over here. And it is also two-way communication, which is with a customer avatar or a profile, and then we are doing this role play. Now here the advantage is the team members are getting their own space, their own time. A number of attempts taken by the team members are actually talking about how much interest they are taking or how much involved they are as far as using the tools. And at the same time, what helps us in understanding performance is increase in in-clinic time, which typically we use to measure by CLM, the close marketing loop, which many of us are using. So that indicates whether the performance with respect to lead indicators, it has improved or not. Impact on customer in terms of generating prescription, we have not reached to that stage probably, but definitely some of the lead indicators are talking about impact on performance.
Okay, thank you. Ramesh, what do you?
Yeah, thanks. Let me give a little nuanced answer on this. Impact of AI on the learning space, predominantly that's what we're focusing on over here. So let's look at the use cases which are there. And I think a couple of use cases seem to be working well. One is in content generation and one is in assessments. I think there we have got it done. I think it's playing a pretty decent role. We are seeing the benefits of it. Time to, hit the market in terms of being able to, like somebody mentioned, I think in the first thing, you are able to make presentations in about 5 to 10 minutes. You just have to give a prompt and it creates the whole stuff. Two important things which we are working on closely at our end right now is supporting the salesperson in building his capability in being able to, key thing, sell. Okay. So there are two things. One is I help you when I'm preparing you to go to the customer, which is pre-sale training. And the second use case which we are working on is supporting you live when you're with the customer. Okay. The second one is called the sales companion as a solution. Both are at different stages of their evolution. I'll touch upon the sales companion first. For the if a tool has to be able to provide you live support, it has to be listening live, which means you need customer consent before you let it listen to. Those have its challenges. I mean, how will you take a customer consent? You got to tell him, sir, something is recording. Is it record? Kyun kar rahe ho? So there are some of those challenges, but even if you're able to overcome that, let's look at that live support it's giving. I'll have a device on which it pops up. I probably, even if it's a vibrate or something that way, how am I going to see it? I'm going to start looking at my device and the customer is saying, why are you looking at your mobile? Very useful tool, but I think how it lands is a challenge. If you're able to plug that, it's going to be a phenomenal solution. What we're working on, even with greater intensity, is on preparing you before you go to the field. That's a safe space which all of us are working about. See, today's sales force is not here because it's the first choice of career. Let's all face it.
Agree.
Right? We end up going to sales where nothing else probably what we want really works out. So the talent needs a lot of nurturing. And I think an AI role play, and I seriously believe only in a two-way role play, a one-way engagement is just helping you prepare a script, nothing else. Right? A two-way is what helps you because you need to be able to handle a situation which comes to you live. You can't have canned answers and then say, oh, ye to mera syllabus mein nahi tha. Right? So I think it can do a lot. The last two, sales companion and pre-sales training, I think is in the evolution stage. We're getting there. We will get better for sure. But I see huge potential and we are seriously investing a lot of money on that front.
Thank you, Ramesh. Pankaj, over to you.
So in line what other fellow leaders has also mentioned, so yes, AI excitement is there. I will take it from a two perspective. The one is how we are using the technology in building the dashboards. And through the dashboards, how we are getting the inferences, whether we can take the data-driven decision or not. Because I think many of the time, because of, we have so many data, but we don't know how to read that. So if AI is doing that part for us, so that's making a game changer for us. And definitely when we talk about from a L&D point of view or OD point of view, the content. So around the content, yes, when we do the lots of learning, journey-based programs or any specific programs we want to do. Let's talk about a very technical domain. So we know that product process we know, but how AI can make it information very quick and very handy for the users. Not only for the employees as well as for the partners also, those who are dealing with the insurance directly. So for an BFSI sector, because they want the information to be very, very like on the fingerprints. They want to know that what is this product, if somebody asks what will happen and what is the response I have to provide. Then the AI is going to play lots of information because in general insurance, in life insurance, we have n number of products. And to recall all the products at the same time that which product you can pitch or maybe to understand the universe of the customer, that what kind of product will be suitable for them, then the AI will be able to help us. And then we have the used case in some time because many organizations are spending, they are creating the sales dashboard or sales mobile for their sales teams also. So where they are inputting all the learning content, whatever the content is there, now the AI will job. And when they are just writing, okay, I want to know what is the surrender value of this product or how to understand that. Or maybe like what is the motor insurance. Quickly, it will summarize, it will give the tips. So that's how we are making their employee experience as well as the partner experience, as well as for the customer side also, because on the websites also you will see lots of AI is getting utilized and they just want to, they don't want to go so many information. They just want to go, I have a specific question, can this portal or this mobile application or this website can help me very quickly. So that's the AI is playing a very, very crucial role there.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more because we both are like industry where it's not about learning for our team, but it's also for the customer. Like they may be doctor, maybe in your case, maybe a real people who actually want to take insurance. I think AI has a lot to play when it comes to customer as well. And rightly said when you said the content curation and the sales companion, which actually says that I'm a sales rep and I don't know what kind of question a customer gonna ask me, and I need to be ready. So do you feel like the AI? Specifically when we talk about as a learning consultant, so I always feel that learning transfer or on-the-go learning or performance management of an employee is something which is very important, crucial, but I still fail to do it on scale because managing scale is a bit difficult for the organization like insurance, like pharma, when we have like 15,000 or 20,000 and many lakhs of employees working on field. So do you feel AI can actually pitch in, help in improving that learning transfer, on-the-go learning, or performance management?
I'll go first.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think this piece of very personalized connect as far as every individual or a salesperson is concerned, this is important and also challenging because again, whenever we are talking about such things, a lot of data comes in. It is also about privacy. It also got mentioned that when it comes to salespeople, some of the fears or myths are also quite prevalent, which might prevent our people from adopting these tools. So one of the experience which I can certainly talk about and share is one tool which is helping us in terms of giving nudges to our sales team members. So our medical rep, wherever they are falling short of whichever brand or performance or target or falling short in terms of incentive, this particular tool helps them in getting those nudges or some sort of motivational message, or it can be driven through their line manager also. In order to make that TBM understand that their medical rep understand that there is sort of this gap or this something which is he is or she is missing out, which might lead to loss of incentive, gap in target achievement. Now this tool really helps in very personalized approach to the medical rep. Now this is something which otherwise, I mean on a individual scale, it is just not possible, like 8,000 plus field force, and then you have to really look at the complete data, do the analysis and send some specific very personalized message on an ongoing basis. Only AI can do this. Okay, so that's where we have found one of the use, especially in the area of SFE.
Oh, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I'm just referring to a action that happened around a year ago. So I was about to start with a role play simulator, and the same point came up that someone also mentioned in the earlier panel discussion, that adoption. Will this be a surveillance mode for me? Will I be checked? Will it be emotionally safe for me to react? Okay. And that's how then we change the stance. For rather than before putting up the simulator on roll, we started with a very simple way of how we can manage it by helping the sales rep understand how learning is critical for him. Okay. So I'm just referring to what pre-sales Ramesh referred. Okay. So in a pharmaceutical industry, because the sales rep is going to a doctor who is multifold talented and is aware about the brands. And that's the bigger challenge for the medical sales rep to handle. So what we did is we gave them an inventory of, so there are multiple models which are available already in the LMS. If he has to visit say X specialty of doctor and he finds that I have to pitch this product to him and I'm anticipating that this objection could be a challenge, we gave him liberty to put on the LMS, he can just type the question and based on the modules the answer was readily available for him. Okay. Now that's where the reps started understanding, no, this is going to be helpful for me because ultimately find a value in it. Okay. And that's how I think I felt that that helped me to make them understand that this is something that will help them better. Another point that we added is the assessments have been very commonly being conducted. But based on the assessment, we also allowed the remediation of the modules. So for example, a rep A fails in say product XYZ or does not achieve the desired scores. Automatically the modules get remediated on the LMS, helping him to understand that this is, by automation it has been remediated to me and not by my manager or not because my scores were low. Otherwise, it used to happen that the manager used to review it and say, now go back and do this and do that, and he used to feel awkward about it. Now, that's the two ways that I felt that this helped me to first establish the trust that the sales rep has to have, and hence, then the next step is the role play simulators.
Creating safe environment for people to practice, to adapt the AI. I think this is the very first step which we should take. Go to Ramesh Pankaj, please.
Okay, let's take a step back. I'm a sales guy. I know none of us get into the business because I want to fail. I want to do well. How will I do well? I need to improve. How will I improve? Who are the two people I can go to for improving? Anybody? Your trainer and your manager, right? Now, every organization now, I mean, all of us have this mapping, right? 1:8, 1:9. So if you are one of the salesperson, your boss has got another 6, 7 people more. He's now going to have time to spend time with you. Trainers are probably soon going to be a dying breed, okay, in the world of AI. So you don't have too many people out there to help. Now, assuming I have a manager whom I can turn to, easily accessible, वो मेरा location में ही बैठा है. Will I open up my weaknesses to him? I don't want him forming perceptions on me. I would rather have a tool which is giving me unbiased opinion. वो जब appraisal आएगा, अरे you did such a lousy role play with me, right? So he would have. So when you touched upon safe space, that's extremely critical, right? So if you and this is what's going to prepare you for that. The only other option is doing some other. I mean, not going to your manager and going some other manager. He will not have time for you, and ultimately वो दो लोग दोस्त हैं, वो जाके उसको बोलेगा.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So all these struggles are there. So this is the way to go, friends. I think we will need to leverage on these tools to help our people. And I liked what Ginu said, I think in the last slide it put up. Use it for practice. Don't create a threat, right? Best is, I mean, all of these things have an assessment. I mean, at the end of any role play, you'll have an assessment score. Out of 1:5, you were at 1.3. Keep practicing. You'll get from 1.3 to 1.5 to 2 to 3. That journey is what we need to recognize people in the way they are. So I definitely think it's going to be a long-term journey. You will definitely benefit.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that was insightful.
So in terms of learning transfer, I think the AI is going to give a very tough task to trainers because as a trainer, you have to go to tier 2, tier 3 cities also because the information is there. But how you're going to translate that information in a layman perspective or the person who wants to understand that. So where AI is going to do that part localization because the same content can be localized and maybe the person who is looking for the information in training programs, maybe the trainer is coming after 20 days or 10 days, 15 days, but the information is with him, with the salesperson and salesperson will not be dependent on anyone. So yes, that's a kind of the usage will be very, very useful for the salespeople to get all the information. But it comes with a unique problem also because when they are going to write that what information they needed. So that's why they would require trainer also that what information needs to be done, what is like a technical terms. Maybe some of the time they will get the example, but how to read these technical terms and all. And insurance and BFSI, it's dependent with heavy jargons, the technical jargon, which are mostly for the common people, it's very difficult to understand. So yes, AI is going to help in creating that content which can be customized as per the like a normal or layman perspective. Yes, but dependency on trainer will always be there. But yes, that's our learning transfer. But reaching out to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, that's the problem which I think many organizations facing. That AI is going to solve.
Absolutely. I think the scale is something which AI is going to help us with, and also what Shreepad talked about, the personalization stuff, So say you have a buffet for 150 people, but if only one guest arrives, I will not let him or her eat like full food for 150. We will feed him what he wants or she wants. and primarily, while you create that learning assessments, doing the rapid pathway, so that, out of these 15 slides, if he needs only one slide, the only one content comes to it, the chunk of content comes to the individual, and he or she learns from that only. I think that is something which we are looking forward, because we are dealing with somebody who has passed graduation and been here and don't want to compete for a competitive exam to do a complete book. I think that is the way, like personalization, which AI can have for people at scale. The last question for the panel, and this is, I think, while we had a trial, and this question was repeated multiple times in the trial, and though we had a verdict on it, but still let the eminent panel also give their verdict on this. Managers are like key. For us, managers were like, our torch bearers who actually help in improving the performance, helping us to retain learning, helping us to reframe learning again and again with our people. So how does the emergence of AI, I'll not say that it will replace managers, but how it will actually, help manager to do their job better. I'll not use word coaching, because I know this is the most abused word. Help them giving feedbacks, improving their performance, and do their job better. Will AI help manager, or maybe complement managers?
I thought you'll start from there.
Yes, Pankaj, we can start from Pankaj. I think everybody we are starting from here.
Yeah, I think the AI is going to help manager most, because managers are the people, or people managers specifically are the people who are making the culture for the organization, and the value they are like flag bearer of the values of the organization. So when we talk about the giving the constructive feedback, not only to their team members, also to their senior management also, ki now this is the particular problem we are addressing. Now maybe some of the time the person doesn't know how to say or how to articulate. So then AI is going to help you, ki okay, this is the data you have, this is the productivity number you have, this is the sales performance number you have. Can you make some inferences out of that? Maybe as at your level you are not able to make it, but AI will do for you. So once maybe like it's all the data are there, you just plug in with Copilot or maybe ChatGPT will give you the summarize. Now you take the inferences. Your human intelligence will require, that's why you're people manager. So yeah, but what kind of responses you have to provide to the management, the AI is going to play a very important role. Yeah.
Okay. In sales, it's your last month which matters. How did you do last month? Oh, 3 months pehle, I had a fantastic month. Your boss has forgotten that because he's worried about his current month.
Absolutely.
Right? So I think it's, see, AI is going to do a fantastic job. Again, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. If I'm able to provide all the historical data on performance, you will be able to help the manager remove his biases, not having a good month last time, so I'm having a bad conversation with you. I have a good relationship with him, so even if he's doing well, I am thinking twice about how to say it to him. You're not giving him the realities. Something very important which gets missed out over here. Input, output. Sales mein again, output, danda kitna laya, right? So if I'm able to see somebody doing the right inputs, I'm making X number of calls, I'm meeting, say in Pharma, I'm going and meeting so many doctors, I'm having so many positive conversations, sales nahi aaya. You're able to look at where exactly is he not meeting, is he not calling enough people, is he not meeting enough people, is he meeting people but not able to get them to understand what he's selling. When you have this data, AI can actually crunch it and give meaningful insights to the manager for him to take subsequent action. Otherwise, you will be in the realm of biases and sometimes it may not help the concerned staff. So I think it will do a brilliant job.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. I think great perspective.
So I'll just take one example. So when I conduct my first line managers program, I define their competency as in 4 words, that is managing performance through people. And we purposefully help them to defend whether it is managing performance through people or managing people to perform. And most of the first time managers say it's managing people to perform. However, the same connotation, a manager who closes his last month better is a better manager. And that's a reality of sales, right? Now, how AI helps the manager to manage performance through people is a very simple way of a manager will always have human emotions or different connotations. So for example, when he's dealing with one of his person who is senior in the territory or who is higher contributing to his overall sales, he will have a differential approach. He will sugarcoat the feedbacks. Ultimately, that will not help him to perform as an individual. AI solves this problem better. AI helps them to be very clear, categorical. So for example, when we talk about role plays, the role play feedbacks are something that a manager should have given, provided the manager is doing that job of into inverted commas coaching, right? But the AI does it better because it doesn't have any biases to give feedback. And that's how it substantially relieves the bandwidth of a manager to give right feedbacks. And that's something that I sense to be a very powerful performance support for a manager.
Very well said. In fact, performance, when we are using the word, so this is P for performance, and there are 3 P's which I have experienced are getting taken care with these AI tools. One is privacy, number 2 personalization, and number 3 practice. So for performance, these 3 P's are really helping, which is supported by AI. And I have seen this really happening when we are using these different tools. With respect to managers, one thing which I have seen working in one of our latest module, which we sort of shared, or it was a global, it's a global module which we got it across for all the managers. In this particular tool, there was a coaching and feedback 2-way role play which got played, and the feedback of it was like really fantastic, because the managers were able to do those role plays multiple number of times. So it was a very personalized situation, because they are putting the situation in. Then it is absolute privacy, because there is nobody else to judge me, to look at me how I am playing the role play. I am able to practice it as many times I want to, and then there is a feedback which is coming to me, which is absolutely just for me and for the learning purpose. So it was like really helpful for managers to understand how they are actually giving feedback, how it is looking like. They were able to see the video, and they were able to understand where they are going well, where they are going wrong, and they were able to correct that also. So, yeah.
No, no, absolutely right. I think each one of you touched a very important element, which is, like we always talk about AI hallucinating, human also hallucinate because of the past biases or maybe the, the preferences and all those stuff. So I think the AI can actually help us not to hallucinate and fake and be precise, sharp on what is required, how it is required, by giving us enough insights as a manager, and also helping us to improve how we are giving our feedback. There was an instance when we were analyzing some data and stuff, and we saw that our manager is constantly giving negative feedback to the rep. So, which means, last 6 to 8 months, a rep is receiving negative feedback. So we can understand the condition the rep is in on 7th or 8th month when he's working and manager has joined him. So I think that will help managers to be sharp, articulate well, choose right thing, and yes, be
Unbiased.
and unbiased behavior stuff.
Absolutely.
So I think our time's up. The red light show. The only one last question for the, and it's for the group to rapid fire.
Yes.
One last question, which is a rapid fire. One stuff, one skill which you feel, in this one capability, rather not skill, which every learning professional in this era of AI should have. One word. And we can start from maybe Ramesh this time, and not start off.
Okay, specific to AI, learning how to write the right prompt. I think that's going to be extremely critical to get the right output.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because conversations are important, so how you converse with AI is important. Absolutely right.
Yeah, so basically the critical thinking and human intelligence, what kind of prompt you are giving to AI, that will give you the response accordingly.
Absolutely. I think Tambu raised this, that human in loop is very important. So I think absolutely right.
So in earlier days, problem solving used to be the key skill. Now problem framing is becoming the most important skill.
Identifying where exactly I need to use this particular a piece of AI is the capability, because there are multiple things. Out of that, what exactly I would like to solve through AI.
Absolutely. I think human in loop and need identification is very important. Writing right prompts and defining problem, I think, are the key which each one of us should be learning, should be focusing on to bring better learning experiences which can actually bring in impact in performance. Thank you, panelists. Thank you for such and thank you, audience.
Thank you.
Any questions if time permits? No, time is not permitting. So.
The only question they'll ask is then, when do we have to come back? So I do not want that to come in. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, because it's a networking break, we thought that we will get the opportunity to converse with the speakers. If that's okay, can we go ahead with that? Okay, I can see some nods on that note. Let's give them a big round of applause, please. And please, if I could take the opportunity of inviting Shiladitya Malik to please join us. And may I request all our panelists to step forward, allow us an opportunity to capture you all in one frame. Can we request all of you to step forward? Hashtag SmartNext 26 moment right there. May I request all our audience members to continue that encouragement through your applause. And if I could now request our presenter, Shiladitya, to please give a token of appreciation to all our eminent panelists, of course, starting with Rahul, who has been such an excellent moderator. Let's get both of them in one frame. Manisha, thank you so much for joining us. Let's give her a warm round of applause. Manisha Vittaldas, thank you so much for joining in. May I now urge Shripad to please join us. Let's give him a big round of applause. Shripad Shukre. Mr. Ramesh Krishnamurthy. Let's give him a big round of applause as we express our gratitude to him. And thank you so much, Pankaj. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, Pankaj Suthar. And with this, if I may request all the panelists along with their mementos to please join us for another group photograph. We love capturing moments. We love making it great for all our team members. Let that applause continue as we thank everyone. And it's all happening at the SmartNext 2026 conference right here in Mumbai.